Hey y'all, GrannyDee here. This is kind of going to be a different video. We'll see how much we get on before we flake out. There's my pretty sign. I know I need to scoot over, but I'm going to have to move a whole bunch of stuff first. That's kind of like work, you know. First of all, I would like to thank all you guys, all my subscribers, people who have been here before I even had a channel, people who have just come over, a lot of you from Crystal, from Bag of Day, and just people who have happened upon me, and I thank the good Lord above for all my many blessings, and I thank you all. And I know my earrings and this kindly don't match, but Tina made me these, Crafts by the Rose, and Miss Mary in Ireland from Mary's Crochet Chit Chat. And I just love them all. And I found out where Nutty Buddy came from. And you may not have seen Nutty Buddy. I think I only showed him on lives. But y'all know I can't remember what I show where. This is Nutty Buddy, and he came from Liliana Jorge. Liliana, I love him. Nutty Buddy, you know, like the ice cream. But he's got his little nut there, and he's my buddy, so Nutty Buddy. So, yeah, I still got to get my shelves up, but that'll happen. Where can I put him? Set him on my shoulder. Can you see him right? What if I do like that? I'll set him on my lap. You can kindly see him sticking out there. And I got a happy mail. And this came from Miss Kathy Smith. Thank you, Kathy. And oh, I thank Miss Sandra Tester still for my laptop computer. And the kids aren't back yet to work on that. But I've been able to Zoom on it. So, that's a good sign. I'm trying to remember if I got any. I probably got other happy. Besides this, Miss Mary sent me a couple things of yarn. Oh, I got my winnings here from Dina, who spells her name D-I-N-A, and Lord Dina. Is it Dina's Crochet Creations or Dina? I should have looked. Y'all look her up. D-I-N-A. You'll find her. Also, Susan B., I believe, had asked for a hoot and a holler. So, I don't know if I'm thinking she doesn't have a channel, but she has an Etsy shop. And it's Susie, S-U-S-I-E, Pops, P-O-P-S, Creation. And I didn't put an S on it, so I guess try Creation. If that doesn't work, try Creations. And see what she's got in there. It might be some good stuff for you, and I'm sure I looked, but I didn't write it down, so you know what. Crochet Starburst. I think that's right. Or it might be Sunburst. I don't want to say Starburst, but I could be wrong. I saw her somewhere. I believe in one of Crystal's lives. And she was wanting to get a shout out from Crystal. Y'all, Crystal's been so good to me. And I'm not surprised. I mean, she's good to people, but just that she would recognize little old me. But that's how I've gotten. But y'all, I'm at 880 subscribers, and I don't believe I've been on quite a month yet. I'll have to go back and look. And I mentioned Nancy from Nan's Next Knots last time. I gave her a hoot and a holler. And I had looked at her, but I couldn't remember exactly. But she, I watched some of her stuff, and she had, there's my, showing y'all my junk, but kitty, look, look at that great big huge ball of yarn there. Kitty. Grand kitty. What was I saying? Squirrel. And here's another squirrel. This is what Kathy sent me. And yeah, he's kind of limp, but he's meant to go up on the wall. So yeah, I got to get shells. Now I got to get some kind of little tacks to stick him in the wall behind me. So I'll get him. Thank you so much, Kathy. And she said in her card, I hope you don't mind me reading this. Dee, be careful what you ask for. You might just get it. Ha ha ha. Here's a squirrel to pin to your wall. Love your channel. One of your many subscribers. P.S. I also use this for something out of my comfort zone on Yarn Bingo. And that's something Llama Mama does. And if y'all hadn't ever checked that out, you need to. Prayers for Mama Llama, please. She's been in the hospital. You might want to go to her channel and kindly see what's going on. Also, Teresa Patton is one of my subscribers. And you may have seen, she put some pictures up of when I went to visit her last week. And I took her some yarny goodness. And I'm going to get y'all yet. I hadn't forgot about drawings. Still waiting on payday. Golly, squirrel, 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 squirrel. And I want to hurry up so I can get to reading. You know, I wanted to start reading. I was talking about Nan's Next Nuts, Crochet Starburst. I haven't watched her channel yet. And probably shouldn't do shout-outs before you. But I'm just check her out and see what you think. Oh, Nan's Next Nuts. You wanted to see. She did a... I'm sure she's done hauls of different yarns, but she's been doing ice, getting some ice yarns. So, Nancy, this is those two that you had. This is just a knitted, I call it an exfoliating cloth or spa cloth. And I crocheted one too, but my crochet skills, wonky at best. Wonky, wonky. Okay, and here's a couple of things. And Law, I didn't, I've got pictures, but I don't know how to put them up. I got stuff, maybe I can get that out next time. I was involved in a Carousel Swap box from Blaine and Loretta. Homemade, Homemade with Love, I think, by Loretta and Blaine. This was my darn good yarn. It didn't come with these needles. And yeah, it's kindly little thin thread, but it's linen, y'all. It's really holds up. And I'm supposed to be making a little purse clutch with it. But I think I'm going to make a little hook case. Oh, I grabbed the wrong ding-dong thing. Here's my winnings. It was a crochet surprise. And it's probably going to be upside down. Yeah. That was my winnings from Dina. I tell y'all, enter these giveaways. You might win. And Dina, I've already had some of this, and it was good. And it smells good, too, just when you open it up. Vanilla Rose Tea. And yeah, I know it's hot. You just turn your AC down and have your cup of hot chocolate. Inside, besides the tea, y'all, here's another cup of teas. Oh, there's a candy paper. Watch, you might find in these boxes. Ding dong, I done dropped one of them. Come back. There it is. Okay, Mountain Oolong. I just love these little packages. Aren't they cute? Like a little travel pack. It's called Single Steeps. From tforte.com. Lemon lavender organic herbal and mountain oolong organic oolong tea. And that came in this box. And y'all, cotton. It's a wrap rainbow. And I didn't have this one. This is what came from Dina. And I just started, and this is just moss stitch. I know that's what I do all the time. I'm boring, but I like it. It's fun. And then this one. And these are these, 4 strands. And yeah, it'll split on you. Probably be best to knit with, but crochet's faster. And I'm trying to crochet more than I do. And she had some other goodies. And I'd be doggone if I'm not already using, I think, some stitch markers and some other stuff. We got this little bag. I think my teas were in here and all kinds of stuff. There's a pattern in here. Let's see what the pattern's for. Probably something I'm not going to make. I might pass it on to some of you. It is for it's beautiful, merino wrap. Maybe you have seen it before. Isn't that pretty? Okay, y'all, I'm 10 minutes in. I'm not going to get to read. I had decided, I know I'm all over the place. Squirrel, 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 squirrel. Uvula showing. I went to the library for y'all. I haven't been to the library in 10 years. Probably haven't been that long, but look at this old-timey book. And yes, I have a Kindle, and I do, what is that? Audible, where they read books to you. I love that, because you can listen to books while you're crocheting or knitting. But this is story time with Granny. I don't have any mom's words, and I thought of some the other day for a funny story, but I thought I would go ahead. Remember, we talked about I was going to read some other things, and Maria, that little gal that's got a channel, Maria quilts and this, that, and the other, crochets, and I didn't write it down, Maria, but I told y'all before. Okay, I better hurry up, because we over 11 minutes into this. I don't know how good I'm going to do, y'all, but hang in there with me. Maybe I'll get better. I used to love to read to my kids, but I hadn't read out loud in 100 years. So, this is the Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Y'all know Tom, and y'all know Mark Twain, and he wrote lots of stuff. And yes, this is a children's book, but for children of all ages. And I like this book because it has like little footnotes here, which is cool. So I said I didn't have any of Mom's words, but some of these things I noticed, I read just a little bit of it that she would say. So here we go. Tom, no answer. Tom, no answer. What's gone with that boy, I wonder? You, Tom, no answer. The old lady pulled her spectacles down and looked over them around the room. And then she put them up and looked out under them. I'll do that too. She seldom or never looked through them she seldom or never looked through them for so small a thing as a boy. They were her state pair, the pride of her heart. And over here it tells us that a state pair is the pair she saved for special occasions. And you know, spectacles are eyeglasses. And Mom did used to call spectacles your specs. Put your specs on. She could have seen through a pair of stove lids just as well. She looked perplexed for a moment and then said, not fiercely, but still loud enough for the furniture to hear, "Well, I lay if I get hold of you, I'll..." She didn't finish, for by this time she was bending down and punching under the bed with the broom, and so she needed breath to punctuate the punches with it. She resurrected nothing but the cat. "I never did see the beat of that boy." And when they said stove lid, you know that means cooking plates on an old wood stove, coal stove, made of solid iron. And when she said, "Well, I lay if I get hold of you," that means I swear or I vow. She went to the open door and stood in it and looked out among the tomato vines and jimson weeds that constituted the garden. No Tom. So she lifted up her voice at an angle calculated for a distance and shouted, "You, Tom!" There was a slight noise behind her, and she turned just in time to seize a small boy by the slack of his roundabout and arrest his flight. "There, I might have thought of that closet. What you been doing in there?" "Nothing." "Nothing? Look at your hands and look at your mouth. What is that truck?" "I don't know, Aunt." "Well, I know. It's jam, and that's what it is. 40 times I said if you didn't let that jam alone, I'd skin you." Mom said that too. "Hand me that switch." The switch hovered in the air. The peril was desperate. "My, look behind you, Aunt." The old lady whirled around and snatched her skirts out of danger. You know what had happened. The lad fled on the instant, scrambled up the high board fence, and disappeared over it. His Aunt Polly stood surprised for a moment and broke into a gentle laugh. Hang that boy. Can't I never learn anything? Ain't he played me tricks enough like that one for me to be looking out for him by this time? But old fools is the biggest fools there is. Can't learn an old dog new tricks, as the saying is, but by goodness, he never plays them alike. 2 days, and how's a body to know what's coming? He appears to know just how long he can torment me before I get my dander up, and he knows he can make out to put me off for a minute or make me laugh. It's all down again, and I can't hit him a lick. I ain't doing my duty by that boy, and that's the Lord's truth. Goodness knows. Spare the rod and spoil the child, as the good book says. I'm a laying up sin and suffering for us both. I know he's full of old scratch, but laws of me. And Mama did say that. He's my own dead sister's boy, poor thing, and I ain't got the heart to lash him somehow. Every time I let him off, my conscience does hurt me so, and every time I hit him, my old heart most breaks. Well, man that's born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble, as the scripture says, and I reckon it's so. He'll play hooky this evening, and I'll just be obliged to make him work tomorrow to punish him. It's mighty hard to work him Saturdays when all the boys is having a holiday, but he hates work more than he hates anything else. And I've got to do some duty by that boy, or I'll be the ruination of that child. And I think I'll stop there because it probably won't download much more than this. And when she said Jimson weeds in her tomato vines, that says it's properly Jimson, Jimson. Coarse, ill-smelling, poisonous plants. The roundabout is a short, close-fitting jacket. You know, it said she caught him by the roundabout. Get her dander up. Y'all know what that means. Temper. Spare the rod and spoil the child. Literally leave off punishment, and he'll be spoiled. This is a proverb from the Bible, the good book that she referred to, declaring it's a parent's duty to make a child behave. A laying up sin and suffering, Aunt Polly, by not obeying the good book, thinks she's dooming both of them to suffering and Hades after death. And old Scratch, y'all know who old Scratch is? That's the devil. So, till next time, y'all don't let the devil get y'all. And no, that's not all the chapter, but I know about how much I can upload at the time. And I probably won't near get to all the story, but maybe I can read enough that you youngins, and maybe some of you big folks, will want to pick up a book or get it on your Kindle or whatever reader you use. And let's read some this summer. I love y'all. Bye, Bells. Hey, and bye, Manager Bells and Jules, Lynn's, Hannah, Andrea, all my youngins and grands, and their menfolk, Jeff and Josh, and my brother, Buck. All y'all. I love you all, and I love all you folks out there in YouTube land. Thank you so much, and hang in there with me. I'm going to get to some good stuff later. Remember I said make sure you comment on every video. You never know. I might just pull a happy mail. Keep them squirrels coming. Nutty Buddy and Flat Sam. He's going to be cute up on the wall. And I appreciate it, Kathy. That's cute. And Liliana. Here's the squirrels. Squirrels say bye, y'all. Love you. Be good.